lunchtime. Alone. So one day, he reached in the garbage can and took 2 lollipops, a piece of chewed gum, 3 strands of spaghetti, some melted licorice rope, a petrified pretzel, a handful of candy, and created Candy Corn Carl. Even though he was just a bunch of old candy that Rumple had glued to a wall, Candy Corn Carl was Rumple's best friend in the world, and Rumple would talk to him for hours a day. What have you been up to, Carl? But Carl never replied. Okay, well, hang in there, Carl, get it? Hang in there, because you're hung on a wall. If Carl was real, he probably would have liked that joke, but since he was a bunch of candy stuck to a wall, he just stared. When Rumple wasn't building stuff out of garbage or talking to Carl, he would listen to the voices above the ground and pretend they were talking to him. With his eyes shut really tight, it was as if he was part of all the fun happening above. Can anyone get my cat out of that tall tree? I can. Wow, those are some great dance moves. Thanks. Hang in there, I said to him. But when he opened his eyes, he remembered that it was all just a dream, and no one was ever talking to him. Sometimes at night, the moon wasn't too bright, and if Rumple was feeling adventurous, he would go above ground with the help of very simple disguise. Rumple's above ground disguise instructions. Step 1. Get a banana peel out of the garbage can. Step 2. Put it on head. Step 3. Close eyes. Step 4. Slither head up the drain and sit very still. Lying quietly by the garbage can, no one would notice him, and if anyone saw him, they would just think he was a piece of trash. Hidden under his banana peel, Rumple almost felt like he was normal. Year after year, with his eyes shut tight, he would feel the breeze of the changing seasons. In October, he would hear the crunching leaves and almost taste the apple cider. In December, he would hum along with the passing carolers. Fa la 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 la. And in July, he would imagine the beautiful fireworks. But at the end of each night, he was always reminded that he was still all alone. Chapter 2. The leaves were turning green, which meant that Rumple's favorite day was fast approaching. The annual Pajama Jam Cotton Candy Pancake Parade. On the 17th Saturday of summer, slowly, carefully slithered his long green hand up the rain drain to find a banana peel. But the garbage can was empty. Top view of the garbage can. Nothing except gum stains. What? Gum stains, yeah, that's what that says. There was no banana peel. No banana peel. Oh no, thought Rumple. I'm going to miss the pajama jam pancake parade. I can't go above ground without my disguise or people will think I'm weird. So he lowered his head and cried. And cried and cried some more. And that is when he heard it. Chapter 3. Aren't you going to watch the parade this year? Rumple couldn't believe it. It was Candy Corn Carl. He finally talking after all these years. He whipped his head around in amazement. But Carl was silent, and then he heard the same voice again, a little bit louder this time. Can you hear me down there, mister? The voice wasn't coming from Candy Corn Carl. It was coming from the rain drain. Someone above ground was talking to him. Sorry to bother you, but we were just wondering if you were going to watch the parade this year. Rumple sheepishly replied, What do you mean? Oh, we couldn't help but notice that you weren't in your usual spot, so I just thought I would check to make sure you were okay. You can see me. Of course we can see you. You're kind of hard to miss. But aren't you scared of me? Moment. Then a different voice replied. Why would we be scared of you? Because I have 5 teeth finally feel the warm, welcoming sun beating down on his green, scaly skin. But the warmest feeling of all he felt on the inside. Knowing he was surrounded by all of his new friends who all wore banana peels on their heads in honor of their newest friend, Rumple Buttercup. Rumple Buttercup. The end. And there's my husband. Just kidding.